graphic nature of this program, viewer discretion is advised.
You know, I've been from one side of this fandom to the other. In all that time, I have seen a lot of things. Above all that, there is one thing I am absolutely certain of. I am the villain of this story. You know what time it is, Valhalla? You know what time it is, Valhalla. Greetings, one and all, and welcome to Pop Culture Therapy. That is the intro to the old show. That is what I used to say each and every morning. Why am I saying it in the morning? Because I have absolutely, positively lost my mind, if I ever had one. You know, back in the day, I used to say, "Hail Lord Doomcock, the future ruler of mankind," because mankind has absolutely, positively lost its fucking mind. And I used to say that all the time. I used to say that. I used to greetings. And I used to say that no matter what I was doing, whether I was talking to someone, responding in a video, yada, 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 yada. And here I am on my morning show, Loki's Mornings of Mischief, and I have completely lost my mind, disposed of my marbles, checked out, gone wacko for various reasons unbeknownst to my audience. So let's start out this morning with a smile. I know this will put a smile on everyone's face. The Oregon Department of Education recently sent out an email encouraging math teachers to sign up for the Pathway to Equitable Math. Let me repeat that, ladies and gentlemen. To sign up, math teachers need to sign up for the Pathway to Equitable Math. White supremacy culture infiltrates math classrooms in everyday teacher actions. Coupled with the beliefs that underlie these actions, they perpetuate educational harm on Black, Latinx, and multilingual students, denying them full access to the world of mathematics. Ladies and gentlemen, that is right. That is right. White supremacy culture infiltrates math classrooms in every teacher action. Coupled with the belief that underlie these actions, they perpetuate educational harm on Black, Latinx, and multilingual students, denying them full access to the world of mathematics. So all culminates in a table detailing white supremacy in mathematics. This table includes getting the hashtag Right answer. Right answer. You might be wondering how getting the right answer is part of white supremacy culture. The guide explains the concept of mathematics being purely objective is unequivocally false. The concept of mathematics being purely objective is unequivocally false. Meaning that the correct answer is not the correct answer. Isn't that interesting, ladies and gentlemen? The correct answer is not the correct answer. Teaching that it is even much less so. Upholding the idea that there are always right and wrong answers perpetuate objectivity as well as fear of open conflict, which means absolutely nothing. They are talking out of their ass. Yes, I will repeat that, Mexican Iron Man, so you can understand that. And yes, Angura Angelus, 2 + 2 = 5. I will repeat this. The concept of mathematics being purely objective is unequivocally false, and teaching it is even much less so. This is their words, not mine, ladies and gentlemen. Upholding the idea that there are always right and wrong answers perpetuate objectivity as well as fear of open conflict. Showing your work is all part of the white supremacy culture. It becomes a crutch for teachers seeking to understand what students are thinking and less of a tool for students in learning how to process fact. Thus, requiring students to show their work reinforces worship of the written word as well as paternalism. I will repeat that because believe me, ladies and gentlemen, it is as much a question for me as it is for you. It becomes a crutch. We are talking about showing your work and it being part of the white supremacy culture. It becomes a crutch for teachers seeking to understand what students are thinking and less of a tool for students in learning how to process. Thus, requiring students to show their work reinforces worship of the written word as well as paternalism. I'm going to take a drink now. Now, here is the best part. This is the best part. This is what'll put a smile on your face. Grades. Grades. Your grade. Grades are traditionally indicative of what students can't do rather than what they can, reinforcing perfectionism. In addition, math teachers also focus grades on what is more easily measurable rather than the knowledge that we want students to have, reinforcing quantity over quality and often evaluating procedural or skill-based knowledge rather than conceptual knowledge. Guess what, ladies and gentlemen? Grades are racist. Ladies and gentlemen, I just want to bring to your attention that grades in school are now racist. Yes, they are. Ladies and gentlemen, I could not believe it when I found out that grades are racist. I will repeat that just so we don't have a misunderstanding. Grades are traditionally indicative of what students can't do rather than what they can do, reinforcing perfectionism. In addition, math teachers also focus grades on what is more easily measurable rather than knowledge that we want students to have, reinforcing quantity over quality and often evaluating procedural skill-based knowledge rather than conceptual knowledge. Welcome to No Grades. This was the Oregon Department of Education, ladies and gentlemen, a pathway to equitable math instruction. White supremacy culture infiltrates math classrooms and everyday teacher actions, coupled with the beliefs that underlie these actions. They perpetuate educational harm on Black, Latinx, and multilingual students. Do you know what you just did? Do you know what you just did, Oregon? You just labeled Black, Latinx, and multilingual students as too dumb to do math. That's what you just did. That is what you just did. Congratulations, Oregon. Psychodorf 9 with a $2 super chat. This is the kind of shit Mayo taught in schools. Oregon just threw multilingual Black and Latinx under the bus as you can't do math. Can't do math. Can't do math. Isn't that interesting, ladies and gentlemen? And if it's not, well, I've got something else for you this morning, too. And thank you so very much for that super chat, Psychodorf 9, just for you, brother. Go!
A dollar? I've never seen a dollar. Nobody's got a dollar. Let us see the dollar. There it is. It's beautiful. Take your hat off, boy. That's a dollar bill.
Take your hat off, boy. That's a dollar bill. Psychodorf 9, you keep the fires burning bright in Valhalla. Thank you so very much. I've got a special folder called Clown World that I am in right now. Let's see. I've lost my fucking mind. Looky there. We all know that beautiful Black lady right there. Her name is Aunt Jemima, and she makes some of the best breakfast stuff you can possibly imagine. You know, for a long time, ladies and gentlemen, I bought these products from PepsiCo. And I have to say that the Quaker Oats division of PepsiCo, ladies and gentlemen, has erased Aunt Jemima. They have erased that beautiful woman off that beautiful box. You know, when you go into the grocery store, and you are looking for things to make pancakes, waffles, whatever, the first brand I go to is that wonderful box right there, Aunt Jemima. I get my Aunt Jemima syrup, and I get my Aunt Jemima buttermilk mix, and I get ready for some pancakes and some waffles. And what I see, ladies and gentlemen, is what's right there on your screen, right there. That beautiful box. But we can't have nice things. And now we get this generic horse shit. They have erased a Black woman off of a product. They have erased that product And now you get this generic, shitty box, ladies and gentlemen. You know how you fix isms, folks? You just erase black people off of everything. Just erase them. Take them off. Remove them from the products that we know and love. Cancel culture is now canceling themselves. Yeah, Save-A-Lot store brand. That's what it looks like, Pat S. That is what it looks like. Is a Save-A-Lot store brand. That is what it looks like. The Pearl Milling Company. Sounds so appetizing, doesn't it? That sounds so appetizing. Removing people from products because you can't be on that product. That sounds so very interesting. What kind of a world do we live in where a black woman cannot be on the front of her own product? Dollar store ripoff. I'm not buying that fucking box of pancake mix. And I'm sure as shit not buying that bottle of syrup. Do you know why? Because it looks like the dollar store ripoff brand of the product I love. What fucking clown world have I walked into? What clown world did I walk into where this is what I have to look forward to in the morning? This, the Pearl Milling Company, original pancake mix. The Pearl Milling Company, original syrup. Same great taste as Aunt Jemima. Oh, look, you still put the name on the box. You still put the name on the bottle, but you won't put her face on your product. Nuke the planet from orbit. It's the only way to be sure. How about a dragon? Skull! And agreed, Speaker of the Dead will never buy that product again. Why would you want to? It looks like the Save-A-Lot store brand that got said earlier. It looks like a fucking generic wannabe pancake mix. Kronos, long live the fighters. It looks like a generic wannabe Save-A-Lot store brand. Oh, but we're not done yet. We've got more. From Amanda McGregor, School Library Journal. Shakespeare's works are full of problematic, outdated ideas with plenty of misogyny, racism, homophobia, classism, anti-Semitism, and misogyny. They are removing Shakespeare from schools. They are removing Shakespeare from schools. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, this is Clown World. This is Stone Loki, and this is Clown World. This is the world we live in. We can't have nice things. No doubt, like it's isms and obes and misogyny and phobias and all sorts of horrible things. Kai, MFS, Shakespeare's a fucking boss. I already removed Mark Twain. Cancel. They don't know any better. I'm starting to see a giant pattern. Of ignorance. A pattern of ignorance. Evil will always triumph because good is dumb. The dumb SJWs are manipulated behind the scenes by evil. And they are because they're dumb. Let's get rid of Shakespeare. Let's get rid of Twain. I know. Let's have a spelling contest. Let's see here. We'll go to my favorite. Let's go to my favorite. Ooh, let's see. We'll read something. Hold on 1 second. But something ere the end, some work of noble note, may yet be done, not unbecoming men that strove with gods. I'm sure in some way, shape, or form that will be isted or obed or something. You guys don't know what that is. That's from my favorite poet, Tennyson. And we have a $2 super chat from Psychodork9. Idiots are easier to rule. They are. Morons are easier to herd, control. Kai, got to try and get some sleep. Good night, y'all. Have a great stream, Loki. Thank you so very much, Kai, brother. Thank you for being here on this absolutely insane ride on a Thursday morning, because I've completely lost my damn mind reading this shit. Dal Cesaruna, I hear a lot of trash talking about literary classics in the writing community because, those things are outdated and we should focus on what's fresh now, because now we have truly diverse books. I'm absolutely sure there's a reason. There's always a reason to cancel somebody. There's always a reason to cancel someone and get rid of someone, especially when they were the top of their field. Especially when they were the top of their game, especially when they didn't have any rivals to speak of, because people are jealous. People want what they can't have. People get upset when other people have something that they have. People tend to lose their shit when they don't get what they want. And they end up canceling someone for whatever reason. They just end up canceling someone for whatever reason and getting rid of them because of their own insecurities, their own wants, their own needs, their own bullshit. Whatever the reason, it's wrong. The reason why Shakespeare's works are renowned 500 years after his death is because he wrote about the human condition. He did. And I hope I speak about the human condition. I am no Shakespeare. I'm just a simple radio host. It's what I do. Is I get up in the morning and I talk about the things that I find passion in, or I talk about the things that bother me in the world today, or I talk about how absolutely insane cancel culture is in this day and age. You know, people can talk and they can point fingers and they can run their mouths and they can and they can do all the things that they do in this world today. Canceling someone is a huge thing. It's why I don't talk about doing that to someone. It's why I give people the benefit of the doubt. I tried to give Disney the benefit of the doubt. When the Luke Skywalker thing came out, I said, maybe they have learned their lesson. Maybe they are turning things around. Maybe they have finally got it in their heads that they want to sell a product to a group of people that wants to buy their product, but it isn't, because they're acting like fucking children. They're pointing their fingers and reeing at everything around them. And for a moment, just a moment, I thought that maybe they were listening. And then we get what we had, last week and all this week. The Gina Carano mess. Sentient dildo, Comrade Loki, be careful, or Comrade Stalin will remove you from all photos and records. Honestly, I'm let them. I'm not worried about it. I'm not. If someone wants to cancel me, by all means, calm down and fucking cancel me. Until then, I will be on here 8 a.m. every morning, Central Standard Time. And I'm not going anywhere. We will not bend the knee to this garbage. I will not bow to this evil. Why, you might ask? We are the fighters. Speaker for the Dead with a $4.99 super chat. Long live the fighters! Long live the fighters! Thank you so very much for that $4.99 super chat. Speaker for the Dead. You guys keep the fires burning bright in Valhalla. Thank you, sir. Colin P. Smith says they didn't like the idea that a person of color was selling their product. Just general leftism. Yeah. Yes. And if you want to see something even more just, I didn't know if I was going to show this. I didn't know if I was going to show this. Hold on here, ladies and gentlemen. Already immortalizing this with the... Oh, let's see. Oh, really? Give me just a second, ladies and gentlemen. I actually have something from one of you that I'm going to share here. Give me just a second. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. I have got to copy this and save it. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da. Yes. Open. Yeah, I'm going to share this. Thank you so much for becoming a warrior of Midgar, Snowdub, and Fat Steven. Good morning. Good morning. Let me share this. This is from one of you. Indeed, one of you sent me this. And let me. Let's see. Maintain humanity under 500 million in perpetual balance with nature. Guide reproduction wisely, improving fitness and diversity. Unite humanity with a living language. Rule passion, faith, tradition, and all things with tempered reason. Protect people and nations with fair laws and just courts. Let all nations rule internally, resolving external disputes in a world court. Avoid petty laws and useless officials. Balance personal rights with social duties. Oh, I can imagine that almost, gets it bouncing this morning. Prize truth, beauty, love, seeking harmony with the infinite. Be not a cancer on the earth. Leave room for nature. Leave room for nature. That's twice. Leave room for nature. Leave room for nature. I'll take you one wild guess. You sent me that this morning, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, sir, for sending me that. Skull and tuck and roll. Thank you so very much, Snowdub, for becoming a warrior of Midgar, brother. Thank you. Skull!
Spartans! What is your profession?
What does it mean when you have to destroy everyone that came before you to make a point? What does it mean when you have to destroy everything that came before you to make your point? Maybe your point isn't all that great. Maybe you should go back and you should look at the point you're trying to make. If you have to destroy everyone else's point to make your point, maybe your point isn't that great in the first place. Just saying. When you have to destroy the work of your peers, and I use that term loosely, ladies and gentlemen, your peers to make a point. Well, Pat S. Alpha children wear gray. They work much harder than we do because they're so frightfully clever. I'm really awful glad I'm a beta because I don't work so hard. We're much better than deltas. If you have to destroy what came before, what you're selling must be shit. People today do not realize what that means. Gesture of sin. Sentient dildo. Chris Persia. Theodus Maximus. Kronos. Yes, I see you. I see you, Maximus. I see you, Kronos. Angura Angelus. Dalsus Aruno. YTL. If you have to destroy what came before you to make a point, it's shit. You see, There are and have been people that are smarter than you. Always has been, always will be people that are smarter than you. And if you have to get rid of them to make your point, you're not intelligent at all. James Andrew Morrison, when your goal includes getting rid of 7 billion people, you're not the hero, you're the villain. You're a moron. I'm in another country and I don't know what the heck, but I grew up with Aunt Jemima's brand, and I always thought that the woman was the owner of the brand, like she was the CEO. That woman made millions of dollars off having her picture on those products. Dallas Cesarona. Millions of dollars. It uplifted her. It uplifted her life, her grandkids' lives. It changed the world at the time. Something beautiful. And it's being erased because it can't have ever happened, because they didn't do it for her. Curse Persia, yes. It's not shit, because even that can be used as fertilizer. What they're giving us is mental poison. Look to the left so that we can destroy everything on the right. Look over here and smile. Be one of us so we can destroy everything over here. She was the first black millionaire in U.S. history. And they just erased her and took her off the product. They just erased her and they took her off the product. Do you know what's going to happen? Everybody out there that is listening to this show right now, take note. Before our lives are over, before we dip our toes into the unknown, before we pass on this mortal coil, Aunt Jemima will be back. Have no doubt that Aunt Jemima will be back. Do you want to know why? Because they bent the knee. They got on their knees and they took that green soy titty milk into their mouths. And they bent over and they took it. And they didn't want to. But they did it. They did it anyway. Because that is the way of the world today. You bend over and you take it. I'm not going to do that. But they're going to. Because that's the way the world is today. We all have our own. And a $5 super chat from Psychodorf9. People smarter than me with pride, because I know there's things I can't contribute that they can. IDIC is a thing. Yes, it is. And Aunt Jemima will be back. Thank you very much for that, Psychodorf9, brother. And I am looking. You know what? We've almost never played this one. So, Skull! Can you imagine being 17 and just starting out in this shit? No wonder any of my nephews want to join the Marines, trying to find a place with set rules and so sense of honor until, yes. Oh, and it's coming, Pat S. It is coming. Aunt Jemima Classic. Yep. That is exactly what they will call it. The Aunt Jemima Classic. Back to Aunt Jemima Classic. Before we are done in this world, ladies and gentlemen, she will return. Have no doubt. Have no doubt. Each and every one of you has a voice. Some of you know this. Some of you don't. Dal Cecil Runo, Snowdub, I know Pat Steven, Day Bob. There are a lot of you in this chat right now that know that you have a voice. Project Storytime. Some of you couldn't imagine getting on here and talking about how you feel about things. I used to end this show like this every week. I used to end this show talking about the fact that you all I'd ask for an ass skull, but it feels wrong. Is wrong the word? No. Not an ass skull. No. Each and every one of you has a voice. Each and every one of you has a right to exercise that voice. If you like something, stand up and say you like it. If you don't like something, do not, I repeat, do not be afraid to stand up and say you do not like something. Do not be shamed into silence. Do not be shamed into not sharing your opinion about something. You cannot like my show. You can come on here and you can say, Loki, you have the shittiest morning show I have ever listened to. Well, thank you. Thank you. You have voiced your opinion. You know what? I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you for standing up in this room of people and voicing your opinion. Instead of using Aunt Jemima as a teachable moment to explain to their kids that racism is bad and people used to widely believe in slavery, they simply wipe her clean from history. Exactly. That is exactly what they have done. And they have removed that lesson and removed her voice from history as well. Isn't that something? Skull!
God, I want to punch an old woman in the face!
Yes. And a $2, 2-pound super chat from the Jester of Sin. Let there be ass. Skull!
God, I want to punch an old woman in the face!
Yes. And we'll do it one more time just for kicks. Skull!
God, I want to punch an old woman in the face!
Yes. What a way to end the day. You guys have a great one. I don't let this cancel culture shit stop you. Do not get shamed and put in a corner. Do not be silenced, for you have a voice that is unique. You have a voice that should be heard. You have a voice that deserves to be heard. And if you have an opinion, don't be afraid to share it. Everyone take care, and we will catch you guys later tonight on 7 Kinds of Mischief.
These videos are tremendous. Like, comment, and subscribe, and hammer that notification bell.